and a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet. Together let's drive.
Side will be your best friend in Sage.
You can hear so many things from your bonus menu taking from you. Hearing one footstep.
Back truckers. Veteran trucker Steve Graham is locked in a battle with the weather, the road,
Smashing crap out of the gear.
and his passions.
Oh, why won't you listen?
In a race to reach Australia's most remote community. Heavy haulage driver Dion Fisher is massively behind schedule. He's got big troubles from breakdowns.
What a problem with the electrics in here.
Wildlife
You got him, guys.
and the authorities.
Every truck driver in Australia is forced to keep away from him.
He faces an uphill battle to get his load in on time. Livestock truckie Joey Greenwich has 750 unruly passengers on board his road train. Getting them safely to their destination will test his skills.
Why the hell are you doing that to your mate?
And his truck
You can't dig yourself out of this.
to the limit.
Just worried now. Very worried.
In the remote town of Alice Springs, Outback veteran Steve Graham is counting the cost of taking on one of the roughest roads in Australia.
I don't want something going on out in the desert.
He's halfway through an epic 3,500 kilometre journey from Perth to Kiwakara, Australia's most isolated outback community. Over the last 3 days, he's hauled 40 tonnes of freight over 2,000 kilometres, like travelling from New York to Cuba, and his truck's taken a beating. Under the bonnet, the news isn't good. His air compressor looks to be damaged. It's a vital component. Without it, Steve's going nowhere. The fate of his journey and his truck is hanging on one phone call to his mechanic, 2,000 kilometres away.
I'm in Alice Springs. I've got the bonnet up here. They've cracked the paint away in the clear circle around them, and they're bending the lock washers.
The mechanic wants to see a photo. All Steve can do is wait.
Those compressors are about $6,000 each. Yeah, that's been vibrating and working at straight. All right, nothing to panic about. Okay, no worries.
After all the dramas, it turns out the problem is down to a simple coat of paint.
He saw that there was a bit of paint missing on top of the compressor, so he gave just a brush of paint over, and that new paint with the expansion and contraction of the compressor is probably all that's cracked off. My mind has been put at rest for the minute.
While it's a huge weight off Steve's shoulders, he has another problem on his hands. Time.
The reason I'm rushing is you can't travel oversized at night, and it takes a good half an hour to get through town, and it's going to be dark shortly.
He's delivering 50 tonnes of building equipment to a crew working in Kiwakara. It's a vital project for the isolated community, and supplies are running low. Steve's delivery is critical.
I want to get out of town by dark, mate. And it's very nearly dark.
Steve's racing the setting sun.
You can only travel daylight oversized. That's why they're pushing. Got about 600 kilometres of dirt from here up to Kiwakara. Hope to get there just before dark tomorrow night.
But this is just the start of his journey. He and his long-suffering truck face one of the toughest, meanest dirt roads in the country.
Just hard work, just smashing crap out of the gear.
On a farm 350 kilometres east of Perth, livestock truckie Joey Greenwich is getting ready for a run through the West Australian outback. He has just 12 hours to make the 650 kilometre trip from his home in Moorine Rock town of Esperance. He'll be making 2 stops at farms along the way, dealing with narrow back roads, dirt tracks, and open farmland.
Look at that. Bloody good.
Joey's been driving trucks for 30 years, and like his dad, his granddad, and his brother, he wouldn't have it any other way.
This truck driving here, mate. We play a heart and soul to this job. I don't agree with this, and it sounds funny, but an old bloke said once that truck driving's a dickhead's job and a dickhead can't do it. But to me, it's not. My dad brought me up to say you're like a ship's captain if you're driving a truck, and that's your responsibility. And I think more along those lines.
Like any captain, Joey's responsible for the lives of his passengers. On this voyage, there'll be 750 of them. It's one of the most dangerous loads a truckie can carry. Constantly moving, high off the ground and with a mind of their own, sheep are unpredictable and unstable. Keeping the truck steady is essential. Rollovers are a constant threat.
If you look into corners too hard or stuff like that, you know, like you'll have the risk of them going over it. And I've been very lucky, but I've seen it happen. I've seen a truck and crate go over. Yeah, animals have to get destroyed, and yeah, not good at all, you know.
With a third train, Joey's 37-metre road train is complete. It's 4 times the length of a London bus and can hold up to 800 sheep. On the ground, everything's good to go. But it's a different story.
800 sheep? Wow.
Is for rain. It's the last thing Joey needs.
The main thing is to get stuck, to get hold somewhere.
If the sky's open, his 43-ton road train could sink like a stone into wet farmland.
That goes through the back of your mind if you're going in the bush and you're in stormy country, you know, in stormy weather, sort of thing.
And the news from his first pickup is not good.
Yeah, mate.
The rain's already coming down.
We might sort of have a little bit of trouble if it's a bit wet. You know, we've got to be able to get this thing straight and get it in, you know.
With just 12 hours to move 100 tons of sheep more than 650 kilometres, Joey's job's tough enough already. Getting bogged would be a disaster. In a roadside bay near Perth, a heavy haulage team is anxiously waiting for sunrise. The man in charge is Dion Fisher. It's the first time Dion's headed up a job this size, and after just one day, he's badly behind schedule.
We're running about 12 hours behind.
He's heading for a mining plant in Dampier on the northern coast of Western Australia. Dion has just 3 days to cross 1,800 kilometres of remote outback highways. If he's late, the plant may have to shut down, a delay costing millions of dollars. Making things even tougher is the load. These 2 massive steel structures are part of a huge conveyor belt. Each is 40 metres long, weighing 60 tonnes. End to end, they're almost as tall as the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
Delays in loading have pushed deadlines and tempers to the limit. Adding to the pressure, accidents and slow progress have meant Dion's barely covered 100 kilometres. Everyone's ready to go, but strict rules won't allow Dion to leave until 7:15 a.m. and precious minutes tick by. The convoy can only travel during daylight. To make his deadline, Dion needs to make the most of every minute on the road.
As we're restricted by daylight, we've middle of winter, not many hours, 10 hours is about all we're getting. We're only allowed to 80 k's an hour, so if we can get 700 k's in a day, we'll have a good day.
He may have daylight, but the winter sun is throwing up another hazard.
As you can see, we're driving to the rise of the sun at the moment. So it's obscuring our vision. Quite a dangerous hazard, especially when we've got trucks parked on the side of the road and we all have to negotiate.
At 7 metres wide, Dion's load is hogging almost the entire island.
You are blinded by the sun.
To stay on the road, he needs to use all his experience.
You just look close to the front of the truck, look down, hold the line, you know where your line is on the road, so you just sort of focus down out of the sun a bit. The old sunny's help as well.
With 1,700 kilometres to go, Dion's under massive pressure. But with millions of dollars at stake, he needs to make it.
Your Diamond and Max.
Okay, you need whistling.
Purple yellow for a whistle. Whistle, Katie, 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 Katie. Whistle, Katie, 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 Katie.
It's not in.
Come on, baby girl.
Okay. Treats already.
Huh?
Treats already out.
The what out?
Treats.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do. I'll make sure the vet in the house before I go to bed.
Yes, good kitty. Yes, you're all good kitty.
New work. Tomorrow. That's it. I will tomorrow. I love you. You'll pick my ass up. I actually gonna walk there. Whose fault is it? Mine or theirs? I shouldn't be paying for their faults. They still pay me still. I shouldn't have be getting tired. I mean, I'm gonna be making sure I'm going to work where I'm going to work. But you hear me? No. You will in a minute. I have to. I was off to work. They wait till 10 o'clock to pick me up then. They wait till 10 o'clock. How do I give the person, the boss, speaks my mind? I should be paying for the problem. It's their fault, yeah. They should pay for it, not me.
It being their fault, you don't get paid still.
They should be paying for it. They should be paying me still because their fault, not my fault.
West of Arizona, Steve Graham is about to head onto the notorious Gary Junction Road. It's an isolated dirt track that snakes deep into Australia's second largest desert. But today, it's not scorching heat that Steve's problem.
And I
up this morning and it was raining. I had a bad feeling about this road.
The rain's been coming down all morning.
Hasn't very much to top up these waterholes. This ground was very soft.
It's left the road littered with bogs and potholes. One wheel in the wrong place could land Steve and his 50-ton load in thick mud. The further he gets,
After it's over, I gotta do a video. That's it.
As a mother of 5, I know that what I do matters.
After this, I gotta do a video, live stream, doing a live stream for this. Yeah.
Count on us to deliver reliable energy so you can give it life. Stronger collagen. Tougher skin. Think Neutrogena. Where all my husband is. I'm gonna give you one of you. I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Sky Rizzy, I'm showing off my clearer skin. With
goes the bigger bog holes get.
This is the bit that worries me getting out here. This water is from weeks ago.
There's no getting around this monster. All Steve can do is push straight through the heart of the bog. Lose traction now, and he'll be stranded in the middle of nowhere. Livestock trucker Joey Grange has arrived at the first pickup of a 650-kilometre sheep run. It's the first time he's been to this farm, and after heavy rain yesterday, he's no idea what he's up against. In the loading area, the news isn't good. The ground is soaked.
That's bloody soft there.
While he's only got a small number of sheep, Joey's worried his 43-ton truck could get bogged.
I'll only have a couple hundred sheep on, but it's still, just don't want to get stuck. Yeah, just it's soft there. And all bloody goes with it.
If he's to load up, he'll have to cross the wet ground.
I'll give it a go over there. We haven't got a lot of sheep on, so we'll just give it a go.
Joey needs to reverse his 37-metre road train up to the shed door that's barely a metre wide. He must be centimetre perfect. And the soft ground's making manoeuvring a nightmare.
Thinking on how to get straight and how to get back. And you've got to have good steering. The back is thinking I can't get real good steering. You can't wriggle it all quick enough, or you sort of bug it, you know.
After taking on a deep bog hole, Steve Graham has survived his first challenge on the road to Kiwakara. But no sooner is he through the mud than another old enemy rears its head. Corrugations are ridges in the road surface, like dropping over millions of miniature speed bumps. Steve's caught between a rock and a hard place. A building crew is depending on him to reach them before their supplies run out. Push too hard, and he could shake his freight to pieces. Every few kilometres, he has to stop and tighten the load.
They don't pay me for dropping the freight out the back, they only pay me for delivering the freight. So I want to keep it on the freight. Started work at 6 o'clock and it's now 9 o'clock. We've got 103 kilometres up, about 450 to go.
Steve's managing barely 30 kilometres per hour, painfully slow.
30K? That's under 25.
Pressure from the customer.
They're running out of work today. They need this load there tonight.
There's just 100 kilometres to go, but the surface goes from bad to worse. Steve's reduced to a snail's pace.
I've got to drop down to first gear and take 3 days to get the last 100 kilometres.
With the road punishing every turn of his tyres, it's looking like a battle even Steve can't win.
I'm now down to 5 kilometres between breaks to keep the float on. I can't get the float out this way.
Joey Granich is still trying to back his road train into a shearing shed.
I really got to go right down there to get straight, and I can't.
But with every metre, he's sinking further into wet ground.
We've got to go over the big bloody wall. No. Have a look at that. You don't mind mucking around all you. I just don't like getting involved, don't you? No, I'll just try and wriggle it a bit. I'll just have to go forward and wriggle it a bit more. We got it.
While he's made it to the shed, the challenge now will be getting back out. Added to his 43-ton road train will be another 20 tons of sheep. On the road to Dampier, Dion Fisher's clawed back some precious time. But suddenly, there's bad news on the radio for second driver Dave.
Just check the lights, buddy.
The brake lights aren't working on his trailer.
Yeah, just the tail lights might have a bit of a short side. We'll have to pull in that.
No good? Let's go grab it on the ground. The wire was rubbing on the ground and it's wore it through, as you can see.
Without brake lights, he can't continue. It's down to Dion and Dave to make some hasty repairs.
That's the thing about being on the road. If it doesn't work, you've got to fix it.
As the minutes tick by, all the time they picked up is slipping away. And the situation's getting worse.
Yeah, but if you don't flag it, fix it. That's not the leak.
The worn-out cable's been repaired, but the trailer's electrics are still shorting out.
The brake lights on the inside. Come on. When you plug this in, it's a short. It's probably the leak underneath.
If they can't find the fault, they'll have a serious problem on their hands. No lights, no delivery.
Oh, crying out loud. Shut up, bloody bird.
Oh!
Finally, the boys come up with a fix.
We basically just cut out a lot of the wiring system and just run one long wire to the indicators.
It's a patch-up job, and it has to hold until they reach Dampier, 1,000 kilometres away. The fate of their journey and millions of dollars hangs on a single strand of wire. Joey Granich is getting ready to load 200 sheep onto his road train. It's an exhausting job.
You've got to be pretty fit. If you're not fit, you get found out pretty quick.
And a risky one.
Sheep to me are more dangerous because you've got to be amongst them. I've been much more knocked around by sheep than cattle. Sheep are pretty cutting too.
Now he faces the toughest part, driving his truck across a minefield of sodden ground.
Yeah, wet.
And his truck's 20 tons heavier than when it arrived.
It's a bit of an obstacle course around here.
Getting bogged at his first stop of the day would be bad enough.
We just go straight up there and near that tree. Yep.
But if the ground gives way unevenly, Joey's truck could roll. Life and limb, risk.
Haven't got stuff for ages.
Joey's going to need all the help he can get.
Yeah, all good, mate. Oh, they'll be all right with that tractor in front. There we go. Yeah, just worried now, very worried. Yep, cool.
Ooh.
Yep, we're in the
After a day and a half of bone-shaking dirt track, Steve Graham limps into Kiwakara.
It's all about getting it here, isn't it? If you don't get it here, you don't make a living.
Despite the battering, he's on time and the freight has survived the journey. But his work isn't done yet. Steve needs to make sure the freight comes off his truck safely. It's a straightforward job, or it should be.
Don't go down. Don't go down. Go up. Keep it where it was. Go maximum up, mate. Everything up. Everything up. Right, I'll go back gently. Stop your bucket. Stop moving it. You. Watch me. Go back. Just hold it there. Well, tell him not to go on that mesh. Well,
Oh shit!
eyes, you're not watching me. Hey, eyes. Down and back. Oh, why won't he listen? Jesus Christ. Oh my God, what's he doing to those screens?
After working hard to get the load here in one piece, it's too much for Steve. And as the saying goes, if you want the job done right,
Do it yourself. Get out of there, let me do it. I hate work.
maybe not the fun kind of good.
It's already 8 o'clock already, wow.
Bauer Tools give you the confidence to take on challenging home projects with hundreds of got safety protocols. Ranger has the Safety Pros 2 call. Joey Greenwich is in the exact place he didn't want to be. Up to his wheel nuts in a thick, muddy bog.
Yeah, well, we took it home, and it didn't come off.
While he's putting a brave face on it, Joey's up to his neck in trouble. He prides himself on delivering, and every minute he's stuck is costing him time and money.
I don't know, you just never gain time in this world, you just lose it.
The problem is, the tractor in front isn't powerful enough to pull him free.
Yeah, it didn't quite sort of cut the mustard, you know. So we're here.
Escape looks impossible.
You can't dig yourself out of this. You're snooking.
Joey needs a miracle.
A John Deere.
This 12-wheel, heavy-duty monster tractor could just be the answer to his prayers.
Well, take those applause out, let's stop.
A John Deere tractor.
Just take it easy.
But even this brute can't drag the road train free.
A John Deere can't.
It's time for Plan B.
Oh, we're just going to pull it back a bit first. Don't really want to pull the bull bar off this truck.
The back of the truck is lighter. The hope is the tractor can get some momentum and pull Joey out. The plan seems to be working, but there's no telling what damage is being done underneath the trunk.
You can drag something off underneath, you know. You can rip the bloody fuel cost line off for your fuel or any bloody thing, you know. This.
While he's out of the bog, Joey's right back where he started.
A bit of some work spot over there. Yeah, I won't get through there, I think.
There's mud in all directions.
I reckon we're just going to have to take a punt and go that way.
All Joey can do now is set his wheels straight, cross his fingers, and hope the tractor can plough its way through.
Dig it up.
Damn, that's a big mess.
Might be out of the mud. Now Joey needs to find out if the truck has survived the escape.
There's spikes showing up and off underneath. And mud and everywhere. We're up.
The news is good, but Joey's lost something just as precious: time.
Oh, if we weren't running light before, we are here.
In the midst of the West Australian outback, emergency repairs to Dion Fisher's convoy are holding out, but it's put in way behind schedule. To help claw back time, he's relying on his team of pilots to clear the way. Almost a kilometre ahead, lead pilot Beck is a key member of the team.
I actually sit out the front of the loads, warn oncoming traffic about the size. Yeah, copy Margie, to back it down and get a positive. I've got 2 jigger blows coming around the corner, buddy. 2 at 6.8.
Driving on the wrong side of the road is a high-risk job.
You get used to it. Just got to be careful of the blind bends. They come around here at 100 mile an hour. And you're on the wrong side of the road on a blind bend. Bang. Yeah, just got a couple of big ones coming across the bridge down there. So you just hold it before you get to the bridge. Go, please, mate. There.
Each load
What the hell's going on with my equipment here?
and twice as wide. Getting past them.
Here's going haywire or something.
And your life. To do it safely, you need to go through the back door.
The back pilot will, what you call, close and open the back door so nothing can come around.
The pilots have to be sure it's clear before they wave traffic through.
Get back door there, though.
Get it wrong, and the results could be disastrous. A triple trailer road train is pulled through. Dion and Dave must pull over as far as they dare. Moving it up to 100 kilometers per hour, hundreds of tons of truck are barely a meter apart. Dust from the other truck makes visibility poor. Both drivers need to stay out of the soft gullies on either side of the road.
The gully on the shoulder can be up to, if not more than, a foot deep. If they're out on the edge and they hit a big pothole like that, disaster for everyone.
After the triple trailer comes an even greater threat: fuel tankers. On board, hundreds of thousands of litres of flammable liquid.
One fuel tank coming around. He's got 140 tons across.
If the driver runs wide, the fuel can move violently inside the tanks, causing the whole truck to sway across the road. A collision now would be disastrous.
Yeah, just hold it straight. Like the bloody God, nothing going wrong. Don't want to have an accident with one of them.
In Kiwakara, Steve Graham's work's far from done. His customer has asked him to help rescue some building sand from a tipper left behind by another truck.
What we got in here is 24 tonne of premix, and it's been sitting in the rain for 2 weeks. I don't know what weight of water has soaked into the premix. There could be as much as 40 tonne in there now.
It's vital. Without it, building work can't be completed. To unload, Steve needs to give the tipper hydraulic power. He needs to swap the tipper's front trailer for his prime mover. But without knowing how much weight's on board, it's a dangerous procedure.
I have to unhook it, but I don't want to unhook it. I don't like unhooking loaded tippers at the best of times, and I certainly don't like unhooking this one.
Steve's main concern are the tipper's legs. They'll have to take the full weight.
There's a load of weight there. No one likes unhooking tippers when they're loaded. You just don't like them because the legs are so far back.
No one's sure if they'll hold.
I don't want the thing to either go through the concrete or collapse the legs. That's what my worry is.
If there's any sign the legs are about to collapse, Steve needs to know instantly.
Stay totally focused. Watch, listen for any creaks and groans.
With the trailer attached to his prime mover, Steve pushes forward. If the legs give way, the whole tipper could come crashing down. After a second pickup, Joey Granich is en route to Esperance. He's covered hundreds of kilometres, bogged his road train to its axles, and loaded 750 sheep. But he's barely halfway through his journey. And just as he's getting ready to move, there's another crisis. 2 sheep have slipped and fallen. It's the most common cause of injury and death on trucks like this.
Try to look after you and your mate. I don't be 28. They're just climbing all over the other.
It's urgent Joey gets them back on their feet now.
Get this old girl around.
Once the truck is moving, any fallen sheep could be trampled. If Joey can't get them up, chances are they never will.
Why the hell are you doing that to your mate? Oh, for Christ's sake, sheep. Get up! It's just a stubborn old sheep. Oh, bloody you're right.
70 tons and 2,800 hooves are now firmly planted on the deck. Joey can get back underway. He urgently needs to make up time. But up ahead, a slow-moving car is blocking the way. Overtaking is always hazardous, made harder with a light load on board.
He's sitting on a bit of an annoying speed.
Joey needs at least a kilometre of clear road before he can commit.
If it's safe up there, we'll try and get around.
It's a relief to be past. But suddenly, Joey spots something in the mirror. A sheep is slipped. It's not moving. On the road to Tampere, the sun setting on Dion Fisher's oversized convoy. As second driver Dave knows, out here, it's a dangerous time to be on the road, and not just for truckers.
As far as livestock goes, including kangaroos, unfortunately, sometimes it's unavoidable. You can't swerve to avoid livestock or kangaroos because you've placed the whole boat in danger. So therefore, sometimes they go under the front.
There's nearly 60 million wild kangaroos in Australia. They're a common sight on outback roads. They're fast, unpredictable, and can weigh up to 90 kilos. But when hit, not all of them die instantly.
Kangaroos do survive. Unfortunately, they're badly injured.
And right now, it's feeding time. Up ahead, lead pilot Beck has spotted something. A kangaroo's been clipped by an oncoming vehicle, leaving it seriously injured. She's asked Dave to take care of it.
You got it, Dave.
The only thing that I could do was to run it over again. I don't like doing it, because sometimes I have to. To stop the animal from suffering.
Yeah, thanks, Dave, for putting that poor thing out of its misery, mate. I thought it was dead when I went past, and then I saw it move and roll, and yeah, just can't leave it like that. No, thanks, buddy.
For any trucker, it's just one of the harsh realities of life on our back roads.
Oh, it's pretty gruesome, you know. I even have days you see lots of dead kangaroos and you start getting a bit weak in the stomach. But you've got to do what you got to do. You can't let them on the suffer.
By now, Joey Granny should have been unloading at his destination in Esperance. Instead, he still has hundreds of kilometres to go, and he's had to pull up with another problem.
I just wanted this lady out.
Another sheep has fallen. It's barely moving. Joey needs to rescue her before she's trampled to death.
One old girl sort of laid down, and then he's got a foot stuck out there. It's just big, fat and awkward, you know.
Fortunately, there's no injury, and Joey can get moving. But it's more lost time. By the time he arrives in Esperance, it's pitch black. He's delivering to a farm he's only visited in daylight via a different entrance. To help Joey, the farmers come out to meet him.
The tractor parked about 600 metres up. Can you see that? You know, I can't see a thing.
Some of the sheep have been on board the truck all day. Joey's keen to give them some rest.
Well, there's never usually any signage or anything until you get right under them. Oh, I'm getting some good lights coming. Oh, bloody beautiful.
At last, he's made it and can start unloading. It's a stressful time for both trucker and farmer.
Normally, you probably see a little bit of swearing there, which has been quite mild this time. It's a pretty good indication everything's going well. Because normally it'll get a bit heated if it gets too tough. From a care point of view, most stockies will probably the truck load, unload it tomorrow. Joey's been good enough to pull in there and we're unloading them.
After a tough day, it's almost over for Joey. Just a few sheep are left to come off. But suddenly,
Don't go underneath. Get him! Get him!
the sheep has got itself into serious trouble.
Ooh.
She's so fat, she flipped the deck up. Now she's gone and got a foot stuck.
Ooh.
It's trapped between a movable floor and the wall of the trailer. If Joey puts any weight on the floor, he risks crushing the sheep even more.
I nearly got it, Troy. Yeah, I'll put it up. Yeah, our other bloody foot is stuck there.
The only way he can reach it is from below. Joey has to crawl on his hands and knees in sheep excrement and try to lift the 70-kilo animal back onto her feet.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here now.
She's the last to disembark, but every one of Joey's 750 passengers has made it safely off his truck.
Oh, that was bloody good, eh?
We use the problem of munition, as you can see, they've got some great. They credit the guys with these big rigs shipped from around for us.
For the ship's captain, it's been a grueling day. But after 650 kilometres and near disaster, he's weathered the storm and made it to port.
Everyone's happy and no casualties, and you're always happy when that happens. You sort of think, well, that takes your job done, and there we
After chancing his luck and his truck, Steve Graham has successfully hooked his prime mover up to a stranded tipper. Now he has a new problem. This tipper won't tip. Its hydraulics are dead. Steve's left with only one choice: to force its door open without damaging it.
Just gently try and pull it. I don't know which side I want to crack the other side yet. Just give it a little feel. There's Lee, come underneath it. Quick! Jesus, you're slow.
The door may be open, but now Steve has 24 tons of premix to shift and just 2 shovels to do it.
can't get your hydraulics to work, you got to get the out somewhere because you don't get paid if you don't deliver.
And finally, everything's unloaded and a vital housing project can be completed. It's a successful end to another epic journey.
We've done what we came to do. They're getting their concrete down. They're very happy. I've got to get all this stuff out of here now. As fast as they finish with the machine, I'm loading it.
Steve's covered nearly 3,500 kilometres, almost the same distance as New York to Los Angeles, and survived everything the outback could throw him. And now it's time to head home. Except Steve being Steve, it's never that easy.
This big ugly load of machinery is going back to Alice Springs.
Another 50 tonnes, another dirt road, another day, another dollar. It's all part of life from an outback region. After nearly 2,000 kilometres, Dion Fisher's convoy has reached Gambia. Despite everything that's happened along the way, they've made it on time.
That's good.
I'll probably about 3 hours before.
With the mining plant just 8 kilometres away, the client has come to meet them and check the load. Dion's in good spirits.
Deliver this and get it unloaded.
But all that's about to change. A team of transport inspectors has arrived. It's the last thing Dion needs.
Every state in Australia's got heavy vehicle enforcers, and every truck driver in Australia tries to keep away from them.
Whether it's 8 kilometres or 8,000, if they're not happy with even the smallest detail on the load, they can hand out big fines, or worse, ground Dion right here.
You can be as legal as you want, and you can be empty, and we still try to avoid them. We just sit an hour on the side of the road no one wants.
If you pick them on a bad day, they'll just pick on anything, stupid stuff, you know?
He's so close, he can see the finish line. But Dion's forced to go through every scrap of paperwork with the inspectors. One mistake, and the whole trip could be for nothing.
We just have to wait for them, that's all we can do.
The team need to keep their cool.
You're just going to get their back up and they're going to pick on anything that they can find. So you better off being nice. They're doing their job, we're doing our job. There's no point getting angry with them.
Fine.
It's the office, wondering where Dion is.
All right. Yeah, the hell. So, the boss there checking in to make sure everything's all right. It was 15 clients this morning. I think he's a bit stressed.
Finally, the inspectors are happy. Dion can move on and bring the load home. The team have travelled more than 1,800 kilometres, like driving from London to Berlin and back again, hauling a vast 120 tonnes of freight, and with every metre of the way, millions of dollars of pressure hanging over their heads. Now they're here, and the job's done.
So we go over the causeway onto the island, which is spectacular over the water, and that's something we don't get to do much of. Here for the unlock the job, all the stress is off the shoulders, job's